Hey, this is Muffin, and this is a shoutcast of my Space Marines versus Santi's Orcs on Blood River. Here you can see I'm going for a 3 scout build order, and I'm going to be aggressive capping, because versus Orcs you need 50% map control, minimum. Santi's going for 2 sluggers, shooters BM, and he's also dropping a gen, given that most Orc tech doesn't involve any power, therefore we can expect him to be getting an awful lot of LP2s early on. So I'm sending my first scout squad to cap the relic. It's a bit of a risk, see if I can get it or not. The problem here of course is that both Space Marine and Orc player are building their barracks with only one builder. However, the Orc barracks finishes an awful lot faster than the Space Marine one, and his shooter boys are going to be out much faster than my Space Marines. And so I guess Santi knows I like to go for a quick relic if you've seen my replays. So his shooter boys are going to arrive there much faster than my Space Marines, and he's easily going to be able to fight me off. But I'm just capping the rest of my points, and then I'm going to be sending 2 scout squads up to stop him from getting his relic. If he went for a really fast rush like me, he might be able to get it, but given that I see shooter boys here, he's probably only gone for 2 sluggers, so it's very unlikely he's going to fast cap the top point. But I will be sending my 2 scouts there to harass any unit that is trying to cap. Here I'm able to drive him back because I have more units than him. Hopefully get back on to capping that relic. But then with the arrival of the sluggers I begin to fall back. Unfortunately for me, the BM builds faster as well, and he can then immediately teleport in. Notice that elbow drop has knocked a Space Marine back, who now gets trapped. He's now walked slowly and he's focus fired down. So that teleporting beast BM just killed a Space Marine and put a Space Marine on red health. But now my force commander's here, and thank goodness I can just finish that LP2 before my servitor really gets fired upon. So as I said, I sent my 2 scouts at the top. You generally need about 4 scouts to annoy slugger boys enough, because you have to kill them fast enough before help can come. So you can either have 1 unit reinforced of 4 or 2 units, which is better for dancing. So here's the fight here. Just be careful not to let any of your scouts die. You don't want them to get targeted because they are weaker. So yeah, dancing going on at the other relic. Now here, Santi charges my Space Marines. Quickly, I tell my Space Marines to combat his unit. This will mean that they charge in, and there's no chance of any Space Marines running off to the shooter boys. I then move my force commander using the move command as close as I can to the BM. I have him on assault stance, and then I click stop, and he will target the nearest unit, which will hopefully means he engages the BM. If not, then all I do is move him again and push stop again, keep spamming that until he targets the BM, and then he's in the commander duel, which is what I want, and I'll win. Notice here that Santi teleports out. However, if you have good micro, then what you can do instead is, if you quickly detach your commander from his unit, then you move the commander to try. This is just to break him out the commander duel. I know he might be stunned or whatever, but you just quickly issue a move command, and then either hit stop or issue an attack command back on the unit. There's a good chance that he won't target the enemy commander. If he doesn't, if he targets units, then he will do a special attack, say an elbow drop or whatever, and he'll probably knock men flying, including the enemy commander, and then you can walk him out. If he does target the enemy lord, then just again re-hit stop, re-target, give a new attack command, and keep trying until the AI doesn't attack him. I mean, it sounds complicated, but this whole thing should it only takes about 2 seconds to free your commander out, but it's rather difficult to do, so Santi just teleports out instead. But if you were, say, Chaos, you wouldn't have that option. Santi has good timing here, but he's unlucky. He's just a little bit slow. So he kills my scouts, and then just after I've capped the point. If he'd done it before, then I'd have had to quickly finish the cap with my Space Marines. Here you notice he charges down my crit, so he has good timing, he stops me from getting it. So what have I got? I've got armory and plasma pistols coming, reasonably good economy, but we can expect the Orc to be both ahead in economy and tech. So I'm going for 2 LP2s, one on the right, one on the left. This should protect the 2 main entrances to my base. I don't want to get too many LP2s because Space Marines are very power hungry. I don't want to delay my T2, but I do need some, so I spread them out. Not many people attack up through the river because, well, negative cover means you can just lose entire armies. It's often too risky. It's also very risky to cap your opponent's crit